Welcome to Systemic Connections. Systemic Connections is a movement where we've invited our clients, our students, our collaborators to join us on a quest to raise the consciousness and develop the communities where we live. And what does that mean? Raising the consciousness for me is about developing communities so that we can adapt to a future mindset for business, for our personal lives, and to really come together collectively to in roundtables, in Talanoa sessions, which is something that I bring to from the beautiful country of Fiji, where I have the privilege of living for the past 7 years. It's inviting people to sit around a table and discuss the importance of collectively working towards the greater good of the world, the greater good of the communities that we live in. So my name is Sandra and I'm from New Beginnings. New Beginnings started in 2003 with a vision to unleash individual potential of the people we work with so that they can really achieve their highest and best versions of themselves. In this movement where we are raising the leadership consciousness of organizations, our purpose is to work together with the leaders of leaders who co-create with us a development path for organizations. And we've had the privilege of working with amazing CEOs who not only are wanting us to work with them, but that personally believe in the purpose of our vision of creating and inspiring better leaders to make better decisions for the world. So we've invited 5 CEOs who individually work with us in co-creating the development path for their organization. And we have invited them to share with us the challenges that they face, the successes they've achieved, and how they are working in their organizations to help raise and develop the country or the countries that they operate in. And that is really about developing mindsets. It's about listening to the people in their organization and inspiring the message of the vision. And these CEOs have come together to share their personal story, the story of the path to co-create the vision with their organization. We've asked them several questions that we'd like to share with you. Each one of them have their own perspective, their own industry that they work in, and really share their thoughts, their visions, what they've done in their organization, and how collectively we're going to come together to work in this movement on raising the leadership consciousness of organizations in the world. So what does it mean, raising the leadership consciousness? It means working with leaders, and specifically the leaders of leaders, people who are leading teams, who are leading individuals in organizations, and understanding their maps of the world. And what that means is different countries develop at different times, and we look at the evolution of consciousness from the early days to where we are today. And there have been some really key players who have managed to, or the change makers of the world, that have really managed to shift the consciousness and bring together specific changes in the world. Nelson Mandela, Muhammad Gandhi, Abraham Lincoln. These were people who were leading at their times a certain consciousness, and within that era there were already people that were having different mindsets about values. And Claire's Grave and Don Beck's have specifically shared with us how value systems evolve. And as the value systems evolved through the different stages of humankind and human consciousness, certain key decisions have been made that have changed the world. So right now, where we are at, we are going through this shift in consciousness, and to help organizations to work together with their younger generations who are coming into the organization, and many of them have leaders that have a mindset that needs to evolve, and that's a challenging process. So with leaders who collectively doing this within their organization, coming together, sharing their challenges, are going to be crucial in discussing, exploring, debating on what is their leadership responsibility in developing the organization. What is their leadership responsibility in developing their leaders beyond the skill and coaching them on what are the skills they need to do, the technical skills for their job. Beyond that, there's now a higher responsibility that we believe leaders need to have. It's almost like a second job. Most leaders get paid to deliver a job where they manage a department, bring in profits, performance, and keep to results. And some of them are aware and some are not aware that they actually have another job, another responsibility that they do not get paid for. And that job is to lead and develop the people in their organization beyond what they're doing for a higher purpose, for a purpose of sustainability of the world, for a purpose of a future fit organization, no matter what industry they're working in. And this is the responsibility we want to work with leaders, to help them make that shift, and also to become those mentors, the teachers, the coaches in their organization that's going to help the people in the organization bring out this consciousness.